Oh, for who? Ava Pavero's in 9th grade. Let me know when you're ready. One, two, three, four, five. Yes, there are quite a few people here. Ava Pavero is in 9th grade. Emma Haskell's in 10th. Yep. They're gonna, okay. Perfect. They're gonna announce the teams and then do the national anthem, so you need to do the opening.
Wait,
we're good to go. We can start. You guys can start. Don't forget to hit the record button. No, you didn't tell me that. Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to the JTV Game of the Week. I'm Harry Ferone.
I'm Melissa Kainzos.
And we've got an interesting one lined up for you today. Today we've got a 5-team gymnastics meet here. We've got Toms River East, Toms River North, Toms River South, Jackson Liberty and Jackson Memorial. Should be an interesting contest tonight. We're going to try and stay with Jackson Liberty and Memorial for as much of it as we can as we bounce around to events. Want to thank our sponsor there, who happens to be one of my favorite places. And they'll get back to me on that. Things are pretty much getting close to being ready to get underway here. Teams are moving into their positions. And we're almost ready to get underway. We do have 4 events tonight. What are they? Well, again, teams are moving into position here. This is actually our final fall game of the event here. The Toms River South and Jackson Liberty appear to be setting themselves up for the uneven bars. And Jackson Memorial appears to be getting ready. Looks like it could be the vault. We'll get back to you in a minute. And as we're underway here, as we've got our first athlete getting in a position here on the uneven bars. And we might have missed one there. I was right. It was starting on the vault over there.
That's Kira
Flows, 10th grader. Kayla Ridge. And from Michaela Ridge. Emma Haskell up next on the bars. Haskell transitioning from the lower bar to the upper bar. That's Emma Haskell. Nice giants there. I'll hear you.
Carissa Estrella just went on the vault. She's a freshman.
Carissa with another vault.
Going into a replay of Carissa jumping off.
There it is. It's like a 1.5 there, maybe.
Now we have Bella going up to the vault.
Twisting. There's a little trouble there with the landing. The landing there, pretty solid. She gets set for her second pass as we wait for the bars to get set up for the next competitor. Take a look at the replay there. Okay, and we're underway here on the uneven bars.
It's Kylie Nolan, freshman.
Pretty tall freshman there. Pretty nice dismount. With a full. Up next for Liberty on the bars is Liz Rogel. Liz, a junior captain on the team. And here we go. Liz underway. Liz Rajel. There she is. And the dismount there. Takes that extra step back. We'll take a look at the here's a look at that dismount there. And what we're going to try to do for you, if we're on another event, we'll show you the other event when we get back. And we're on the...
Let's go, Sab. You got it. You got it, Sab.
Getting ready to move on the bars again.
It's Savannah Carson, freshman.
Enters on the bars. Nice control there. Gets ready to transition. Catches her foot on the low on that back bar a little bit, threw her off a little. She's going to re-enter. Caught her foot.
Gets back up from that injury.
And caught her foot on the back of that. Cut over to the vault. And we'll take a look at a replay on that vault again. Pretty good power coming off. One thing folks at home maybe don't know about, the uneven bars need to get readjusted based on the height of the gymnast. They are pretty quick about making the adjustments though. And while we're waiting for that to happen, we'll take a look at a replay on another vault. Pretty solid landing there. And since we've got the time, looking around what we can show you here. Everybody's setting up basically for the next rotation here. Other teams coming in to do the two events. So basically each rotation is going to actually be two rotations because there'll be two sets of teams coming in. So what we'll have for you now is we'll have Toms River, what I believe is Toms River North, I think, on the...
I believe so.
We take a look at the vault here as we've got some action ready to go on the vault. Some action on the vault. There it is. Don't have a name for these guys as we were more or less focusing on the other teams, but now we find ourselves in a bit of a bind here. Pretty nice one step back. Small deduction on that. Over to the bars. Transitions to the upper bar. Takes an incredible amount of upper body strength to pretty nice full tuck. And we'll take a look at a replay on the dismount here. And she sticks it. ready on the vault. It looked like a full 1.5 twist there. And again. Need another athlete here up on the bars. Quickly up to the upper bar. Momentum such a key factor when you're on that top bar. And a pretty nice dismount. Quickly over to the vault. And there you have it.
She jumps onto the vault with a nice landing.
Second run for Jess here on the vault. On the vault. On the vault. And takes an extra step. That'll slide us right over to the bars. Just underway. Nice move there, transitioning up to the upper bars. Oh! Loses her grip there. There's a replay of that previous vault, and we're back on the bars here. Oh, pretty nice reverse there. Throws that one backwards. We slide back over to the vault again. There's that nice revolt. Over to the vault. Oh, a little twist there. A little too much momentum there. A lot of times that momentum will take you over here. As you can see, didn't quite get her feet under her. Looks like we'll be ready on the vault before the bars. We'll be ready on the vault before the bars. We'll be ready on the vault before the bars. Okay. Back to the uneven bars. Just kind of take a look at that. Didn't quite get back over on that. So we cut over quickly to the vault. Not exactly sticking the landing there. Pretty good twist, but probably not getting enough height there as we end up back on the vault. Good replay there. She sticks the landing. Here's a look at the previous vault. Good acceleration. And entering. Gonna drop that mat down in a second once she gets moving. That's a free release. Two big giants. Pretty solid routine on the bars so far. Two full giants. Leads right into the dismount. Pretty nice. Back to the vault. Tom's reverse south. No, actually. Team's getting ready to rotate once again as we take a look at that. Tom's reverse south, starting to get that rotation underway on the vault. South and Liberty started on the uneven bars. Remember, each vaulter does get 2 shots at the vault. Not bad, almost looks like a round off. And getting ready for the vault on Tom's River South. Emma Haskell. Emma Haskell on the vault. We'll come back to her in a second. And after we wrap up this particular, gonna switch things over here off of the uneven bars and over to the balance beam and the vault. The balance beam and the vault, and Emma Haskell on the move. Here's the replay. And I actually got tricked a little bit there. This is practice here on the balance beam. Just a little practice over here on the beam as events taking place on the vault. Here we take a look. A nice twist there. Kayla Ridge on the vault. On the vault. There you go.
She caught herself nicely.
Ridge there gets some pretty good height and just takes that one extra step over on the bars. Toms River High School East, I would have to go with here. Giant does make it over to Giants. And a pretty nice dismount.
And over on the vault, we have Kylie Nolan.
And we'll slide over to the vault for you now. And we're going to slide to a replay real quick of that last dismount before we head over to the vault. Very nice.
This is Kylie Nolan, freshman at Jackson Liberty. Nice landing. Well, let's take a look at that again.
The Liberty Auxiliary Gym a little tight on that side wall. You can see Kylie pretty close to hitting that side wall. Heard the girls talking about it pre-matchup today, that it presents a little bit of a challenge. We finish up the routine on Another vault. Now one step back. Pretty good landing. Kylie Nolan finishing up on the replay there on the vault.
And then also on the vault, we have Savannah Carson, who's also a freshman at Jackson Liberty on the vault.
So next up on the vault is Savannah Carson. Thank you, Alyssa.
Seems as if they're still starting up on the bars, but on the vault, Savannah Carson starting. Nice landing.
Pretty explosive. Pretty good height. Looked like a full twist. Some challenging lighting being presented to us today.
Nice landing
Again,
from
a full
Savannah.
twist there from Savannah Carson.
Nice landing. It was nice and strong.
You can see that mat actually shift a little bit. She does a nice job of hanging in there for that.
And Memorial is setting up the uneven bars right now.
Yep, Jackson Memorial just hitting the bars hard here to set up. And it looks like Liz Rajel setting up the vault for herself here, as she'll be the next athlete underway here. Folks at home, lots of gymnasts are involved in gymnastics at an early age, and a few handful there hanging. And as we go to the vault,
Liz Rajel is about to start on the vault.
Liz Rajel. Well, a couple extra steps there. Good height, though. Liz, the junior captain on the Liberty's roster. Up, twist. Looked like a 1.5 to me. To all of the gymnastics parents at home, if I am messing up any of these moves, which is probably most of them, I apologize.
Liz is starting up again on the vault.
Liz is going to take a spill on that one, but a pretty powerful, explosive vault there, Alyssa. Traveled a pretty good distance there. Momentum taking her over here. So we're going to slide over to the bars now.
Jackson Memorial.
And we'll get underway here with Jackson Memorial on the bars, and our first person up from Memorial is going to be Carly McGinnis. As a rotation takes place, judges stay where they are and the athletes simply move around them.
So we have Kaylee McGinnis.
Kaylee McGinnis ready to go.
She's a sophomore at Memorial on the bars. Nice transition to the upper bar. And nice dismount. As that dismount takes place, she catches herself.
As we get set up for Bella Grachowski on the uneven bars, we can take a quick look over at the vault. Ooh, big twist there. Full twist. Momentum's going to carry her off as we get ready here, as Bella Grachowski here ready to get underway on the uneven bars.
She's
Quick
a
replay
freshman.
there. Bella, freshman here from Memorial. Pretty fluid motion on the uneven bars. And a nice dismount. Stuck the dismount.
And looking back, she gets nice build up of momentum and a nice dismount.
Pretty nice. And the last Memorial athlete up for the bars.
Avelina.
Avelina looks like Avelina Deering.
She's a freshman at Memorial.
Take a look at the vault. Pretty nice. It's going to land a little short there. As Avelina, Jackson Memorial, ready to go. Makes a clean transition to the upper bar. Two giants. And a double. Throws a double. First double of the night there, Alyssa. On the dismount there.
That's very impressive.
Avelina here showing some skill. Gets up some speed there with the two giants. And then 1, 2 fulls. There it is.
And she is a freshman at
nice.
Memorial.
It's a good thing for Memorial to have a freshman able to throw a trick like that. Take a quick look over at the vault on the replay here. Looked like a half twist there.
She just caught herself in the dismount.
This is bonus action here. We've got a vault ready to go. A vault. And again.
Nice landing.
Take a look at the replay of the vault. Stuck the landing pretty good.
The judges are rearranging where they're sitting for, I'm guessing, the beam.
I think you are probably right. We're probably going to see the beam as we've got another vault here. Vault. Pretty nice. Looks like a full twist. As we take a look at the replay there. Judges are rearranging their positions here as we've got, once we get through the vault here, we've got another one lined up on the vault.
I believe it's from Tom's River.
Vault takes a little longer because athletes do get 2 passes each. And she's going to decide I did not have the right speed for that one.
I believe that is either, I think that is east, but I could be wrong.
Her feet, I think she probably had a little issue with her traction. And it looks like we've got one more young lady on the vault here. On the vault.
And I believe that the bars are now done with for the duration of this meet. And she did not complete her vault. They are setting up everything for the floor and for the next vault.
Floor exercise, definitely my favorite.
Yeah, I feel like it looks so cool, and I know the most about it, but Yeah.
I think probably the most enjoyable thing about that too is that since they added the spring floors, as we check in on the vault real quick,
But as you saw from the back,
is how
she
much
went
more
very
explosive
high.
the floor routines are now since they started using the spring floor. You go back 10 or 15 years ago before the spring floors, and athletes weren't able to get the height that they can achieve now. And to be quite honest, it's a lot safer for the athletes as well now, having the floors that they use. They're expensive, but they're definitely worth it.
Yeah, I feel like they have a really good impact on how they perform overall, because it gives them more momentum.
One
in the
more
beginning.
vault here. I know I've said that twice, but over-rotated just a bit.
She fell, but quickly got herself back up.
A lot of speed. Sometimes that momentum's just taking you too far forward. I'll try and force that momentum up.
And that is the Memorial team.
And shifting right now. We've got a judge being set up on the floor exercise. And another on the balance beam. As it looks like we've completed our first rotations with the uneven bars and the vault, if I'm not mistaken. So you see athletes beginning to warm up. Athletes do have a few minutes in between to get themselves together. And up on the floor exercise. Looks like it could be. Well, actually, I don't want to guess here, have guessing work. So we'll wait until everybody's set. But again, both judges are moving into position for these next two events. Mr. Noble, of course, a huge fan of the balance beam. A lot of folks don't know the time that he put in the traveling circus as a tight wire performer. So he does have a tendency to be reminded of those early days when he was a wee lad.
And his
traveling
son.
With the circus there, doing.
Yes, and his son actually used to do gymnastics for a while.
That is true.
But now he does parkour, which actually is really cool.
It's quite entertaining that you can actually go to class for parkour. And we're underway here. We're going to get underway here. We might as well take a look at the on the floor exercise now, since we're waiting for the beam to get underway as well. And we'll stick with the floor exercise for now. Again, floor exercise, part graceful and part power.
As she does a round off back handspring, and I believe into a back tuck, if I'm not mistaken.
And they shift over to the beam for an interesting. We'll try and stick with the floor exercise and let the floor exercise finish. There we go. Back on the floor.
As she does a front aerial.
That trick always amazes me as she lines up here for another pass. A little technical problem there. There we go. And she lines up for her final pass. And that floor, first floor exercise of the day wraps up. You can see how the floor, probably the longest event, I would say. We're gonna slide over to the balance beam.
The Toms River North, I believe. I believe the blue stripes are east.
Leaving the beam. She's going to take that step off. She'll hop back on.
Back walkover is off of the beam.
Nice cartwheel. Now we'll slide over to the floor exercise.
She did 2 front flips into a 360 pike. Yeah. Palms River East.
Finished up with a full. Back full, actually. And she wraps it up. We'll slide back over to the beam. Pick up in the middle of this routine. Four inches wide. So we take a look at that last tumbling pass. And we're back on the beam.
And we'll go back to the floor replay of 2 front flips. She almost falls there, but quickly catches herself. Yes, so we have a pike.
Pretty explosive floor exercise here. We'll try and show you a little of that. We saw her warming up before.
As she does a switch leap.
Working themselves into the corner. She lines up in the corner. Stepping out of bounds is a point deduction, so she does a nice job of staying in. It's like 3 round-offs and a back handspring, or a back full back. Pretty similar pass on that one.
Nice ending.
Nicely done there. We could slide back over. We'll check out the replay on that final tumbling pass. 2 forwards. Pretty nice spin there on the balance beam. As we take a look at that final pass. 2 back handsprings and a full tuck. Floor exercise underway again. Ooh.
2 front walkovers, I believe. Switch leap. Very nice form.
Lines up the next tumbling pass. Solid.
I believe those were 2 or 3 back handsprings.
We'll slide back over to the balance beam.
As we look back to what we did on the floor, 2 front walkovers into a flip.
And we'll stick with the beam here until the end of this one.
There's a pike, 2 pikes.
Doing a nice job of controlling herself.
There's switch leap. As she does a 180 pike, not a full 360, but
Back walkover. Lines up to dismount.
a front aerial off the bar, or beam rather.
Little side step there as we slip over to the floor.
Jackson Memorial is warming up for the beam.
Jackson Memorial's Carly McGinnis. Carly McGinnis from Jackson Memorial on the balance beam. Just underway. McGinnis, a sophomore.
Loses her balance, but quickly gets back onto the beam to continue.
Pretty nice spin there from McGinnis. Stays on the beam. Be sure to remind Jesse not to miss the dismount. Walk over into a back tuck. Pretty nice.
Nice. This is great form.
Pretty nice. Stuck the landing pretty good too, right, Alyssa?
Yeah, and let's take a look back at that.
Pretty nice. Gonna slide over to the floor exercise where we've got Liberty's Liz Rajel. And Rajel finishes up. Take a look at the replay there on that last pass. Walk over.
Round off. Back handspring. 2 back handsprings.
And a back tuck.
Wow.
Pretty nice. All right. Over to Jackson Memorial's Bella Grachowski. Oh, I take that back. That's Megan Barna. my bad. I looked in the wrong place.
Nice cartwheel.
That was Bella Grachowski. That wasn't Carly McGinnis last time. My bad. Megan Barna pulling some tricks.
And on the floor, we have Savannah Carson.
Slide over to the floor.
Savannah Carson, freshman at Jackson Liberty.
Replay of the dismount. Sets it up. And reverse back tuck. Yep.
Savannah Carson. Round off with 2 back handsprings and a 360 pike.
Savannah Carson showing some power on the floor. Some solid flexibility as well. Man.
Well, if we look back at Savannah Carson on the floor, there's a round off with 1 back handspring.
Oh, that was a full, I think it was a full and a half.
Yes.
Sure. Take a look at the dismount on the balance beam there. If we take a look at the replay on the beam. Here's the dismount. Ron McGinnis. And on the floor now for Toms River South, we've got Lauren Webster.
She is in 11th grade, I believe.
Yes, she is. We're gonna slip over to the balance beam where Jackson Memorial's Avelina During is just getting underway.
She is flexible. Right now on the floor, we have Toms River South.
Avelina During from Jackson Memorial on the beam. Leaves the beam and manages to stay on.
Switch sleep.
Those moves where you leave the beam are just pretty amazing to watch.
Yeah, it's crazy how they can keep their balance so much.
And,
like
and
I would
land
not be able
on
to.
4 inches of safety, really.
Yeah.
And the dismount would have been nice to see.
Let's look back on that dismounted from a better
Take
view.
a look at the dismount on the wide shot here.
Round off, back tuck.
And back tuck, not bad, Alyssa. We can slip over momentarily here. We'll just head over to the floor real quick.
From Toms
This
River
is
South.
Michaela Ridge from Toms River South.
also
Head back over to the beam for a minute as we realize that Avelina During refinishing her routine here.
on the beam for
She
Memorial.
goes for her dismount one more time.
I'm not sure who this is on the beam because you're supposed to have Avelina be the last one, but the back tuck.
Back tuck. Back tuck on the beam.
Wow.
Manages to stay on. She's got to line up. She prepares for her dismount. It's like a round off into a 1.5.
And let's look back at that back
Here's the dismount. One,
dismount.
two. It's like 1.5, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
Pretty nice. Probably the most impressive trick in that move was definitely that back tuck.
Yeah.
As we slide over.
Tom's River
Take
North.
a look at that back tuck. There it is. Boom. Lands squarely in the middle of the beam. Nicely done.
It's Tom's River North on the floor.
I'm going to slide back over to the beam because it looks like the floor is not quite underway yet. There you go. Spinning just off the beam. Trying to keep your body perpendicular to the beam, probably the trickiest thing.
Yeah, I would definitely be the first one to fail at that. I would never be able to keep my balance.
I think I am going to have to go along with you on that one.
Can't even keep my balance while I'm standing, let alone on the
We
bar.
can't all walk the tight wire like Mr. Noble does, that's for sure. Nice spin.
Nice dismount. But let's look back on the dismount where she does like an aerial into like a round off.
Did look like a round off. And slip over to the floor exercise. We just got one underway there. As my commentator, co-host today, tearing her fingernails off one at a time next to me.
I don't even need to.
That's it. You got to save those, okay?
Okay.
Noble might be hungry.
I think I have like 2 more in my bag.
And fall into a dive roll. One of my favorite moves, the dive roll, not often used enough. Into a split. She's got a nice flow going here.
Dive roll is also a great way to like regain from a fall. Like if you like fall on the floor, like you can kind of just like dive into it and kind of just.
Comes our next tumbling pass.
Round off back handspring into a back tuck.
Into a back tuck, yeah?
Yeah.
Listen, you have the call on these. You are slaying these up. Pretty nice athletic routine there, as well as a fair amount of grace there.
And Tom's River East. Nope. North.
Slip back over to the beam for a minute.
No, East. That is East. Is on the beam.
Everybody's confusing us with all the colors today. A lot of similar colors out there. Tom's River South, the only easy one to pick out tonight. That's the only team wearing maroon.
South on their arm.
And it says South on their arm. That's good. If If they would only put last names on the back of their shirts.
And maroon is like a dark red, right? Yeah. Oh, back tuck as a dismount. We'll look at that dismount again. It was a back tuck.
Back tuck.
One step back.
I always wonder, Alyssa, if they worry about hitting their head on the beam after a dismount.
Oh, wow. We actually, I never thought of that.
Nice twisting. And two of my nieces, actually all three of my nieces are participated in gymnastics up through high school. So my brother was actually a gymnast in high school as well. So
that's cool.
Been around it a bit, for sure.
The memorial team in the back.
Forward tuck into a dive roll.
It's Toms River East on the bar, or beam rather.
Sets up for next pass. Got to round off into a back tuck. And that's going to wrap that one up. Nice routine. Pretty happy with herself there. Let's see here. Round off. Backhand spring into a back tuck. I should just let you handle those. You've got that pretty much mastered, Alyssa, as we're back over on the beam here. Like a round off from here.
Does like an aerial into a round off or something. Looks nice.
Nice dismount. We can slide over to the replay on the dismount. There's our camera guys, by the way. Nice. Floor exercise cooking over there.
There's a switch leap on the floor.
Sliding back over to the balance beam.
Front walkover.
And so a pretty nice floor exercise finishes up. We're on the beam.
Switch leap, barely keeping her balance, but just enough.
Pretty solid spin. Looks like she's lining up a walkover into a back tuck.
Nice.
Pretty nice finish. Solid routine on the beam.
We're going to take a look back at that dismount. Into a back tuck. One step back, but great. Now we have Toms River South on the beam.
And that's it. We've got, this is Ava Pavero on the beam. As we have started our final rotation here. Toms River South on the beam. They got things rolling here. Liberty is going to join South on the beam, and then Jackson Memorial will slide over to the floor exercise eventually. Switch things over to the floor.
I believe that on the floor, it's, from what I can see, Tom's River North still, but not 100% sure.
Takes the spill, time's back on,
I have,
and finishes with round off on a dismount. Well,
and I believe that is Bella Grachowski, the freshman at Memorial.
talking about Michaela Ridge ready to step onto the beam. We'll finish up on the floor real quick here for you. Get that last tumbling pass in. And she sticks it. Should have one pass left in her. Pretty athletic move. There it is, and she wraps it up. Over to the floor.
This is Michaela Ridge from Tom's River South.
Nice job staying on the beam there. Awesome.
And if we take a look at the floor,
Slide over to the floor exercise, see if we can pick up one of these passes for you. Pretty athletic pass here. Some good tumbling. Take a look. Good acceleration. To a roll. Pretty nice. Take a look at the dismount real quick on the beam. Nice.
just catches herself.
Showing some strength and finesse there with the handstands. Sets up in the corner. On her seat, we're going to head over to the balance beam as Liz Russo from Jackson Liberty. Not Liz Russo, I'm sorry.
Liz
Ragel underway here on the beam.
On the beam from Liberty.
Again, Liz Jr. here. Talking earlier about the beam. She does like the beam. Enjoys the challenge. Actually told us she's been a gymnast since she was 3, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of gymnasts start very young. Wow, pretty nice spin. Just about hung in there. Tough move right there. Maintains her balance. Back on the beam. Dismount, full tuck. And we're going to skip the replay on that one and just slide over to the floor exercise with Jackson Memorials. Jackson Memorial's Lexi Holer. Her first pass. Full tuck to a back handspring. That was a round off, wasn't it?
I believe so.
My bad, Alyssa.
I wasn't fully looking. Round off back handspring into.
All right, we're gonna slide over to the balance beam now.
Here we have Savannah Carson on the beam. She's a freshman at Liberty High School.
A lot of young athletes on both teams. Jackson Memorial, Jackson Liberty here. Pretty nice. Oh, I might have to check out the replay on that real quick because it looked like
I'm not sure what that was, but it was great.
Twist and a half or a double. Let's see if we can count it up. 1.5.
Yep, 1.5.
All right, let's slide over to the floor exercise where we've got Kira Flows, sophomore. Tumbling pass. Like 3 back handsprings. And she's going to finish it up. Not bad. Nice job. Next up on the floor for Memorial is Megan Barna.
It was a sophomore.
Also a sophomore, right?
Yeah. I believe everyone except for Evelina Chang is a sophomore.
I'm not quite sure. Let's make sure we've got the name right here. Yep, there she goes. She's lining up. Got her order a little mixed up. There she is, Megan Barna. First pass. Walk over. Handspring into a dive roll, if I'm not mistaken.
And straddle.
Sure, I'm going to get an earful from Coach Kerr tomorrow. Sassy music. I am liking the music in this one.
Seems to be the only thing happening right now is the floor.
Nice routine by Megan Barna.
Next we have Kaylee McGinnis. But as we look back to Berna, round off, back handspring, back handspring.
bad. Lining up for for Memorial is Carly McGinnis. McGinnis saw her warming up earlier today. Definitely pretty strong on the floor exercise.
Yes.
Definitely working it.
She is a sophomore.
I want to thank Miss Noble for that fine close-up of me over there. Too often folks get to see me with my beard, so no shave October as Carly underway here. McGinnis, the sophomore, showing a lot of potential here, as you'll see in this tumbling pass coming up right here. A lot of these athletes like to throw a pretty big trick in the first pass while they still are at full energy here. Look good to me.
Switch lead.
Nice combination. Nice combo. Lines up for the next tumbling pass. McGinnis. So walk over into a round off into a back tuck, I think.
Yeah.
Classical piece of music here. Nice routine from Carly McGinnis, sophomore, and we're gonna wrap things up here on the floor with Jackson Memorial's Avelina Durning.
She's a freshman, the only freshman here with Memorial today.
Yeah, and you know, based on the fact that the majority of the team from Memorial are sophomores, a good young team.
Yeah.
Stuff to build with here as Durning gets ready to get things going here, and it's our last competitor on the floor. She is. Oh, throws a pretty big trick there. 1.5. Pass 2. Pretty solid.
Yeah.
Sassy routine. I always find the routines tend to match the personalities of the athletes.
Yes, there's a dive roll.
One more pass.
From what we could see, it was a round off back handspring into something else, but we cannot see.
Nice routine. Pretty solid there from Avelina.
She
Take a look at the replay.
is doing a round off back handspring, and I'm not 100% sure what that is.
Twist and a
but,
half,
it was
maybe a
close.
1.5. That's pretty much going to complete the rotations here for Liberty and Memorial. Today's contest. Take one last look. Alrighty. And that's going to pretty much wrap things up for us today here, as the judges are going to get together and discuss numbers. We're not going to stick around for that. Want to thank you folks for tuning in to today's gymnastics meet. So glad we were able to bring you, actually quite a few athletes here tonight, able to bring you Toms River East, Toms River North, Toms River South, Jackson Memorial, Jackson Liberty. Pretty busy day for us here at JTV.
Yeah, and it was kind of hard to figure out which team was which, but in the end, they all did great. So
that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's matchup.
I'm Melissa
I'm
Kane.
Harry Ferrone.
And I'm Melissa Kane.
Yes, you are. We'll see you next time.